Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Wednesday, the 30th of November, and these are the charts of the day. A very strong rally on Wall Street occurred after Powell spoke today, and market went vertical. A lot of stocks just took off, and it does appear to be the possibility that we're seeing something very significant in terms of a move higher. We broke out above double top resistance on the S&P. We are at right now the, let's call it 11 or 12 month declining top sign. And if we can get through here, we could see a significant extension, 4175, maybe as high as 4300, but you have to consider that we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth wave has started. So where this takes us, we'll just have to see. I'm starting off and looking at some stocks that are looking very good in here. Apps, which exploded and pulled back, is its tech trader swing. I like the look of it, especially after reversed here. There, 1550, where the breakout point was, to retest it. Moving averages have crossed over. The stock coiled, consolidated today was significant, and that it popped $1.52 or 9%. 2.3 million traded, but it looks to me like it's going to extend to 20, 22.5, and 25 are your next targets. AVDL popped out of a coil today, put a swing on it, and it extended nicely to 930, closing near the high of the end of the range, actually at the high. And it's also the highest level that this stock has seen since back in November of last year, about a 52-week high. The extension target would take it to a test of 11.5, my next target. In the software group, bandwidth, which has come all the way down from 185 down into the high single digits, has reversed sharply. Formed a wedge for a couple weeks, and then today exploded from 1931 to 23, finished 2286 up to 95, 15% gain, and now it looks like it has a good shot of getting to 24.25 and reaching my next target near 29. BBW, Build a Bear Workshop, coming to a massive 18-month kind of base. As you can see, this goes back even further than that. So we break out here, we're probably headed for the $30 range. Here's your 1 year again. Significant move today, jumping from 1938 to 23.95, finishing just a nickel off the high up 452, a 23% gain. Volume was 1.6 million, which is very heavy for that stock. And to me, the extension probably takes it, as I said, high 20s, low, maybe 30. BILI, with Chinese stocks doing very well. This one in particular had a good day today. It finished above resistance, but right at the declining top sign the way I've drawn it. A gain of 225 or 14.6%, whopping 27 million shares traded. Now I'm looking for 20.5, 21 zone. Up next is another Chinese play, DADA, which came out through an inverse head and shoulders neckline breakout. And now looks like 785 and 935 might be extension targets. Long decline in this one. DQ, the Chinese semiconductor with an inverse head and shoulders. The right shoulder, the shoulder line was right there. The right shoulder completed with a pop today. If we can get it up through the neckline above 58.5, I would look for low to mid 60s and then maybe high 70. FCX as copper popped and precious metals went up. The swing trade we had, FCX broke out, pulled back, wedged. Here's your wedge. That wedge broke out today with a really strong thrust, jumping 2.5 points or 6.6%, 25.5 million. Now we'll look at this double top and resistance near 43.5, 3/4 is my next target. Beyond that, you might see high 40s. FIVN with an inverse head and shoulders pattern appears to be bottoming. Watch for a pop across 66 and then a run to fill the gap up near 75. Beyond that, 82, 83 might be a secondary target, but could be a bottoming pattern here. First Solar continues to be powerful. If you look at the current angle of ascent, a very strong rising channel within a larger channel. Today, from 160.88 to 173.68, a 13-point run and it finished at 172.75, up 10.94, or almost 7%. Volume was as big as I've seen in a long time, over 11 million traded, and we haven't seen that since October of 20. That's the 2-year high in volume. We get to this zone, I'm looking for 185.88. FUTU, another Chinese play with a beautiful 1-year base pattern coming through and coming out. Today, 61.53 up 303 at 5% gain, but I'm really liking the way it's acting in the volume. It is extended, has momentum though. Up next is a test of 64.5, which we may get as early as tomorrow, following by 75.76. GDS, big engulfing reversal bar from 11.30 to 16.62, finishing 16.03 up 254, 19% gain on 4 million. There is resistance right here, but it looks like this could extend towards 1920. GRWG came out of a flag with a pop yesterday. Nice follow through today. Up near resistance here. Today's high was the same as 2 weeks ago. We get through here, we're looking at 8 and maybe 9.5. INMD popped out of a falling wedge. This is a tech trader swing. It jumped 284 or 8%, 1.3 million, and looking like we get through that zone, targets 43 and 48, 49. New swing trade LI had an exceptional day today with a breakaway gap above the 50 and a spike up that took it from 1930 to 2304, finishing at 2239 up 386 to 21% on 50 million shares. I'm looking for follow through to 25 and 28. MLCO in the gaming group with a renewed Macau license, making a nice move, coming out of a base that appears. And now, if it gets through this zone, I can see the stock making a move towards 11. Also in the electric vehicle group from China, NIO, 179 million shares traded, up 23% today. That's a breakout above the moving average. If we can get above today's high, I would look for 15 and then 16.5, 17. PACB coming out of a falling wedge. This is a tech trader swing. I'm now looking for a retest of the 12.5 areas followed by 14. RCUS Biosciences broke out of a base today with a big thrust, spiking from 29.30 to 36.94, finishing 34.50, up 4 points at 13%. Big pop on big volume and a breakout. But now looking for a run at 40 and then maybe 45.6. Trip.com, TCOM also coming out of a big base pattern. It appears it might be. Could have a follow through into the mid to high 30s. Nice base pattern. Today jumping 275 or almost 10%. TITN, tech traded day trade today, exploded out of a large year-long base. Strong earnings report spiked it from 36.5 to 44.33, finished 43.99 up a 911 or 26%. Now maybe headed towards high 40s. Unity Software, that's U, coming out of a declining tops line after V-bottoming and a breakaway gapping, and then wedging along the moving averages. Note that this stock held it right there as the moving averages cross over. Broke out, stalled, and then today following through. I'm now looking for a move that quickly tests 42.5, my near-term target, followed by 47.48. XPEV, another of those Chinese electric vehicle manufacturers, 188 million shares, exploded from 758 to over 11, finished at 11, up 366 or 50%, a massive volume. That's a breakout, and this stock looks to me like 12.5 and 14.5 for following targets. And finally, YMM Full Truck Alliance with a beautiful year-long base, broke out of its declining tops line today with a big spike, taking it from 708 to 865, finishing 850, up 106, a 14% gain. 22 million traded, biggest volume since June when it broke out. I'm now looking for a follow through to about 9.5, 3/4, and a secondary target at 12 3/4 to 13. Let's look at some of the hot stocks at techtrader.com. Good night, everybody, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow.